All right. So I want to basically show you how you can risk like a smaller portion of your account and get maximum results, right? I mean, get maximum returns on your trading account. So it's actually a unique, what's it called, a unique risk management strategy. Yeah. So the law is very simple. Risk 2%. Sorry, risk 1% per trade. Risk 1% per trade. And the second rule is rule 1, rule 2. The second rule is risk 50% of your profit on the next trade. So I'm going to explain so you can pretty much understand what I'm saying. You might not really get it right now, but this is the unique risk management rules I want you all to basically to use, so you can be able to like take maximum advantage of our signal. That way you can be able to profit in the long run, right? So first off, let me show you. Let's say um our winning accuracy is 50%, right? Let's say it's 50%, and our risk to reward on a trade is, let's say, is 1:2, right? Let's say it's 1:2. Basically, I do 1:3, 1:5, basically, but let's just say it's 1:3. Like I don't think there's any of our trades that is below 1:3. And even if we get 1:3 trade, it just means like it's one of those quick trades, right? So maybe it's not really swing like that. So but if we swing, it's mostly 1:10, 1:20, 1:30, 1:40, 1:50. But let's just say 1:3, right? And let's say we now have like intraday trader among us. So we'll be getting more of intraday trades. So and we have like minimum of 4 signals every single day, right? So let's say we have, that's every day we have minimum of 4 trades, right? And we have 20 trading days in a month. So 20 times 4, we have 80 trades, right? So what else? And we risk just 1% per trade, right? So now this is what you need to put at the back of your mind. On each of our trades, we always have like 3 TPs. 3 TPs. We always have 3 TPs. So it simply means you are going to open 3 positions. So it means you are going to literally take a minimum of 12 trades every single day. Of course, it is 1 pair, but three trades, because you are going to open like 3 positions, right? So that's going to be like 4 every day times 4 times 3. That's 12 trades per day. So 12 times 20, that's like 240 trades in a month, right? So we have 240 trades in a month, right? 240 trades in a month. So now, how do you get to run your calculations? So since we have a 50% winning accuracy, right? So it means we are going to lose 120 trades, and we are also going to win 120 trades. We are going to lose 120 trades as well, right? Because it's 50% winning accuracy. So out of every 100 trades, we lose 50. Out of every 100 trades, we win 50. That's the meaning of 50% winning accuracy. So we have 120 wins and 120 loss. That's 50% of 240 trades, right? So since we are risking 1% per trade, and yeah, I forgot to add, we have a $250, like $250 is our minimum deposit that we accept here. So we have a $250 trading account. Assumption. You can have more than that. You might have more than that, basically. So, meaning you are risking $2.5 on every trade, right? So this risk 1:3 risk to reward means you are risking $2.5 to get 2.5 times 3. That's $7.5, right? To get $7.5 in return. Am I correct? Yeah, I should be, right? So win is going to be 120 times $7.5, and our losses is going to be, which is what we are going to lose on a trade for 20 trades. So on each trade we are going to lose 2.5. Don't forget 1:3. So we are risking 2.5. So what's the so 7.5 times 120. Let's do a little bit of calculation. 7.5 times 120. We have $900, right? $900. And yeah, we have, what's it called? 2.5 times 120. Sorry. We have $300. So at the end of the day, our gross profit is 600. Right? Simple stuff. Now, this is like risk 1% per trade. Now, that's like, you can decide to follow this kind of risk management because it works as well. Yeah, risk, as in, it's a long time business, right? So like, if you make 600 in a month, $600 profit, then you've made more than 200% of your account size. So it's still very, very okay, right? It's still very, very okay. But that is not even, this is not even the main deal. So let's use the second perspective, like the second rule, which is risk 50% of your profit on the next trade. So I'm going to, this is a little bit technical, but it is simple. The reason why I said it is technical is because we can't really phantom the exact amount of reward we are going to get at the end of the day, but we understand that we are going to get much more better reward, and we can't really like predict the exact amount. That's what I'm trying to say. We are going to get in a month, but we understand that at the end of the day, at the end of the month, we will make more than we are supposed to make, even more than we are supposed to do, right? Even if we are just risking only 1%. So the rule is very simple: risk 1% per trade, right? And if you make profit on the next trade you are going to risk, if you've had, let me tell you the simple rules, right? So this is the second. Right? I'll make sure I drop this document anyways, so you can always go through it. So the rules is: number 1, risk 1% per trade, right? Number 2, risk 50% of your initial trade profit after removing your um your past losses. Don't worry, don't need to, like, I'm going to explain this practically so you can get what I'm saying. So risk 1% per trade is the first rule. Second rule, risk 50% of your initial trade profit after removing your past losses. For example, let me give you an example so you can understand the second rule. If you take a trade, let's, by default you are risking 1%. So you are literally risking 2.5 of your what am I saying? 2.5 of your account. 2.5, that's $2.5 of your $250 account, right? So you let's say you that's your risk on a particular trade. Now let's say you've had like 4 losses concurrently, right? So 2.5 times 4, 2.5 times 4, that means you must have lost $10 on 4 trades, 4 losing trades. Now you took the next 5 trade. You still risk 2.5, right? But you were able to make profit. Remember that it is 1:3 minimum trade that we do, right? So 2.5, that's 2.5 times since you are making profit here, your gain is going to be 7.5, right, on a trade. 7.5 times, what's it called, times 1, which is, that was, like, let's say you've made out on a trade, so that's plus $7.5, right? So this is plus $7.5. Now let's say you, like, your next trade, it is still the same, like you are still able to make profits, like you still make profits on your next trade. Let's say you make profits on like 3 trades after, right? So 3 times 7.5 is what? That's 22.5. I'm trying to explain something here. So you have 22.5. Let me explain again. This first 2.5 times 4, 2.5 is the risk on each trade, right? And you lost it. So we have minus 10. You are like minus $10 down on your account. Now the next 3 trades that you take, you actually win it, right? So you actually win it. So at the end of the day, like after like these 7 trades, the gross profit is going to be plus 11.5, right? Plus $11.5. Do you get? Plus $11.5. That's going to be like the gross profit. So you would have like 250 plus 11.5. Just follow me. Don't get confused. 250 plus 11.5. So now you have like $261.5 on your account, on your trading account, right? Now, what are you going to do on the next trade you are going to take? This is where I'm going to be explaining this second rule. Now you have you have 11.5 gross profit added to the $250 that you had initially. So you divide it by 2. You divide it by 2. Risk, that's 50% of 11.5. 50% of 11.5 is 11.5 times 50%. So we have $5.75 to risk, right? $5.75 to risk on your next trade. Instead of you risking 2.5, instead of you risking 2.5 on the next trade, you are going to risk 5.75. As I've said, you don't need to use the second what's it called? Second risk management rules, because it's a little bit technical, but it is simple. Like, it is very simple. It's just a simple mathematics, right? It's just a simple mathematics. But if you don't still get it, you can just stick to the first one. But if you get it, just ride along with me, right? So you have 5.7 to risk on a trade. Now let's say you are able to win it. Of course, you might lose it, right? If you lose it, you only lose half of the like, if you lose it, you are going to keep on risking 1%. But if you win it, you are going to still do the same thing. So now let's say now you have 5.7.5 to risk on a trade. So, and if you win the trade times 3, that's 17.25 profits, right? The next trade, you win the next trade, so that gives like that's going to be, because you are risking 5 point what initially 5.75. That's the risk on that trade, $5.75 on the next trade. So it's going to be times 3, because don't forget it's 1:3 trade we are always looking at for. So if you win, it means we are getting times 3 of whatever we risk. So it's going to be like at the end of the day we are going to make $70.25 on that next trade if we win, right? $75.25 on that next trade if we win, right? But if we lose, we are going to lose $5.75, and we'll still be in profit, like overall. Do you understand? So if we lose $5.75, and on the next trade we are not going to reach 50%. We are going to stick with 1% until we win. And once we win, every win and every gross profit gives us the chance to risk 50% of whatever we have on the next trade. Do you understand? So instead of you getting just 7.5 on one trade, you are getting 70.25 on the next trade. So at this stage, your account would have been like, because initially you had, initially you had a gross profit of 11.5 plus $250, $261, right? So, and we risked 5 points. What was it? So 5.75 basically. So minus 5.75. So the account would have been on 255, right? So 255 plus this that we gain, 17.25. So at this point your account is on $273, right? So, but if you lose if you lose that trade, your account will be on $255.75 right here. Let me show you. Yeah, right? So it is as simple as ABC, right? It is as simple as ABC. So as I said, you can't predict your profits because you don't know when you are going to you don't know when you are going to lose on trade. You don't know when you are going to win on trade. That's just the reality of forex trading. Do you get? But what you know is that at the end of 100 trade you are going to get 50. You are going to win 50. You are going to lose 50, right? That's why we have 50% winning accuracy that I've given to you, right? So if you do, like, you can decide to follow through with this, or you can decide not to follow through with this. So now the question that is that might be on your mind is, how do you know how to risk appropriately? Say if I'm risking 1% of $2.50, which is 2.5 basically, $2.5, 1% of $250, which I'm risking. So if you are risking $2.5 on a trade, $2.5 on a trade, how do you get to like know which lot size to use? Because you probably are asking, right? So now that is where this forex calculator comes in handy. You don't need to crack your brain. You don't need to crack your brain. So you can download this forex calculator on Play Store or Apple Store, regardless of which phone you use. So all you have to do is go to position size. Your account, let's say you want to trade Euro USD, and your account is on, let's say, sorry, this is your account balance, $250, and your stop loss on that trade is 20 pip, and you are risking just 1%. It's very simple. As I've said, the amount currency USD, the currency pair you want to trade Euro USD, the account balance of your trade, you put it there. The stop loss in pips. So how many pips are you risking on that trade? Is 20. Oh, good. Or is it 22? Good. Or is it 23? Good. Or is it 20? Good. How many percent of this $250 you are risking? 1%. Good. So you know you are using 0.01. Now if let's say you are doing 10%, if you are risking 10% pip, you are going to get 0.02. Do you understand the logic? So like it varies. You can't really say, which is why you need to always know how much you are going to. So at the end of the day, if you lose that trade, you are not losing more than 2.5 USD on that trade. You are not losing more than that. It might be lesser, you understand? It might be lesser, but you can't lose more than that. You can't lose more than that because you've been able to use this forex calculator to understand which lot size you are going to use, so that way you know how you are going to risk your trade, right? So I hope this is clear enough for you, and I hope you don't. If you have any question, let me know. You can just tell whichever supervisor you are working with, or if you have my direct contact, you can just let me know, right? So that's it. Like, it's as simple as that, as simple as ABC, right? So cheers guys.